It's your girl, Miss Finesse in the Flesh, coming to y'all live and direct. What is up? How y'all been? What's good? How y'all been since the last time I seen you? Hope y'all been doing good, Hope y'all been staying healthy, exercising, staying serene in this quarantine. But for real, I hope y'all been doing good. Since we are still in quarantine, everybody has been, well, most of the people that I know have been participating and loving these Verzuz Battles. If you don't know what Verzuz is basically on IG where two celebrity musicians go head to head. So you're not going to see a Verzuz battle with like Patti LaBelle versus daggone Saweetie. It ain't finna happen. But it's basically two artists or two producers in the same caliber. I know I saw Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, the sage, essence of sage and incense just filled the room as those ladies. I was just like, oh, this is so beautiful. And I stayed up the whole time. It was 3 hours, dog. It was late. I was just like, why did I stay up this late? But then I watched it again on YouTube and I'm like, this is why. This is why I stayed up this late. Teddy Riley and Babyface, both times. Shout out to Teddy Riley and his horrible AV. But you know what? It made for great music, great content. And I wasn't aware that Teddy Riley made as many songs as he did. I knew when he was with God, they was popping. And I knew about Babyface's catalog. But Teddy Riley be in these streets, these R&B streets. Take it to the club. I want to take it to the club. Mannie Fresh versus Scott Storch. Now here's the thing. Here is the thing with that. Mannie Fresh was the sound of Cash Money Records. Cash Money belonged to Mannie Fresh. Anytime you heard the number one stunner, Mannie Fresh. Anytime you heard the blocks, Mannie Fresh. If you had a DJ and you wanted that DJ to go, so go DJ, Mannie Fresh. Mannie Fresh was the sound of that entire, everybody on that label went to Mannie for hits. He was their sound. Boy, he had hits. Gator boobs, with my pimped out Gucci. Scott Storch, however, was a sound of in a few eras. When you got, baby, don't worry my way. The 16th notes at the drum sequence. Scott Storch has hits from not just, one specific area. He has hits across the board. Even though a lot of people said Scott versus Mannie wasn't very fair, I think it was fair because you have somebody who has had their hand in a lot of pots making hits versus somebody who constantly cranked hits and was the sound of a very, very popular record label at the time. But that got me to thinking, ladies and gentlemen, there are just some verses that I have not seen, nor have I heard are coming up, that I would love to see. I will be giving you my top 10 choices for Verzuz Battles. When I say these names, I don't want to hear no lip, because and y'all are going to feel me when I say this. Number 10, Soulja Boy versus Bow Wow. What'd I say? I don't want to hear no lip. I don't want to hear no lip. I don't want to hear that they're corny. I don't want to hear that they fell off, because Soulja Boy and Bow Wow would be excellent, especially for the 90s, grew up in the 2000s babies like myself. Yes, I was born in 1990, but my youth was between 2000, 2009. Your girl was double digits, 10 to 19. That was the heart and soul of your girl right here. So especially it'll be nostalgic for me, but they have hits. Don't try to play these two like they aren't iconic in the music industry. So, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I would only be wrong if it's one of 6 or one of 7. I can't recall. But Bow Wow is one of 6 or 7 people who single-handedly have sold out the Madison Square Garden. Your fave, unless it's Kendrick, J. Cole, Eminem, Jay-Z, and a few others, unless it's one of them, they couldn't do that. So as corny as you try to make him be, he has set records that your fave hasn't. Soulja Boy has also set records. He was like the granddaddy, the one who started this whole rapping on the internet fad. He wasn't nobody really doing it like Soulja Boy. He's the first one I saw selling ringtones. He was the first one I saw making dances. Now, don't get me wrong, you know that he had like the Hammer Time and stuff, but he marketed a dance to his song to get his song popping. Now, how many people do that today? I'll wait. And unfortunately, because of YouTube's ironclad fists when it comes to music, I can't even play half the music that I'm going to mention. But they got hits. Soulja Boy, how about the bit? you can finish that. Soulja Boy, Soulja Boy. Hey, I know that. Like, don't you know they got hits? Don't tell me you don't. Pretty boy. Hey, pretty boy. Gucci, Gucci, like they got hits. When you switch over to Bow Wow, little Bow Wow, you just don't know. Like, Fresh as I'm Is, and that's when he was, starting to dissipate off the scene. What else you got? They playing basketball, ghetto girls. All I wanna do is see you. You're my baby, baby, baby. And they even got that song together, Marco Polo. So I don't care what y'all say personally. I know that'd be a great battle. I myself will be bopping the whole time, just hits after hits that I can recognize and I will feel. But yeah, moving on to number 9. So when Luda played O by Sierra featuring him, I put on Twitter, I was like, you know what? Who would be a good competitor in the Verzuz battle for Sierra? And a response on Twitter came in and it said Ashanti. And I was like, ding, you're absolutely right. Ashanti would be a great person to go head to head with Sierra. So in my perfect Verzuz battle world, my number 9 pick would be Sierra versus Ashanti. And let me tell you, while Ashanti is not known to be a dancer, she's not known to be as not many can do what Sierra can do. They both have solid songs that you can recognize for the era that they crossed. They both were late 90s, early 2000s. Once again, that's key. They both have recognizable hits, and not just one, a few. So first off, we have Sierra, and known for her dancing, she's also known for her songs as well. So not even counting her most recent hit, Level Up, because that was a smash. If you get body, my body, your party, baby, body party, like a boy. Oh, funny story about that. One of my best friends, Lauren. Shout out to Lauren. Say, hey, Lauren. We were outside her house mimicking that video, singing that song. She gets up on top of her mom's car and tries to do the part when Sierra's in the car, trying to dum. Made a dent in the car, slid off so fast we got in trouble. But you know, it's a story to tell. 1, 2, let me see. Hey! Everybody, even songs like Promise and That's Right. Like, come on, don't play Sierra. Don't play Sierra. Now, while Ashanti may not have a lot of individual hits, she has Rain on Me, she has Baby, she has Unfoolish, The Way That I Love You. She still has a lot of hits that she's done with other artists that she can throw in and have a significant impact on the battle. So Sierra versus Ashanti, I think, will be a solid, once again, nostalgic battle between the two. Moving on to number 8. Now, my number 8 picks, honestly, don't even have a lot of, well, one does, one doesn't. I'm here for the vocals. I want Keke Wyatt versus Jasmine Sullivan. Can you imagine the freaking, if they just go off the cuff, like Babyface did with that guitar and just start playing? If they just started playing, because Keke Wyatt, honestly, I can only think of 1 or 2 hits she has. Honestly, don't care. I just want her and Jasmine to battle, because, of course, Jasmine has numerous hits. Bust the windows out your car. In Love with Another Man, Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Jasmine got hits. But her versus Keke Wyatt in a versus battle, and they just start going off the cuff and just singing straight through the IG. So yeah, honestly, my number 8 slide really may not get a lot of number 1 hits out of it, or not hits out of it, notable songs from Keke versus Jasmine. But I know they're going to drop them vocals, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is I want to see. Number 7. Now, I've seen a lot of chatter about people comparing my number 7 picks for these versus battles, and I honestly cannot think of a better matched duo. Usher versus Chris Brown. Now, I've seen comments about, Chris Brown isn't Usher's era, because Chris Brown, like Usher, is mid-90s to recent times, but who else has the level, like, those two are matched, though. Now, personally, I couldn't even tell you who I want to win. They have a solid category of music that they, like, talk about 10 hit singles before you even do features. They both could probably do 15 to 20 themselves. Probably. No cap. They probably could do a solid 10 10 or 11 to 12 songs by themselves before they even start to do features at their end. And Chris Breezy is in features, so is Usher. Like, when you think about them as singers, they're both amazing singers. When you think about them as dancers, they're both amazing dancers. When you think about hits, Usher, My Way, Nice and Slow, the entire Confessions album, as I'm concerned, are singles, hits back to back to back. I don't know anybody who doesn't know any of those songs. Freaking No Limit that just came out, yeah, it was actually a hit off the Confessions album. You remind me of, like, Usher has hits, period. But so does Chris Brown. Yo, don't do it. Never the Right Time to Say Goodbye. Even that double, you just dance forever, ever, all night, like whatever. She want that lovey-dovey. Is your man on the floor? If he ain't. When it comes to sensual songs, they have a lot. When it comes to upbeat songs, they have a lot. When it comes to features, they have a lot. When it comes to individual songs, climax for Usher can be Chris Brown's I Don't Wanna Go There, something like that. Like, they even have songs that could literally be in the same, like, how emotion category. So I really don't care what people say. Usher versus Chris Brown will be excellent, and I mean a excellent versus. That's one I really want to see. Honestly, truly. Moving on to number 6. So I've given a lot of singers for my top 10 thus far. As you can see, I'm here for the vocals. But I would love to see, in a versus battle, Kendrick Lamar versus J. Cole. Can you imagine not only the caliber of music we hear, but the insight they will drop on us? Can you imagine To Pimp a Butterfly versus 2014 Forest Hill Drive? Like, what? Y'all know that'll be a great versus. Kendrick will bring, his rapping is like very poetic and melodic. Like what a lot of auto-tune does for these rappers who think they can rap sing, Kendrick actually does while he's rapping and he's actually rap singing. Versus J. Cole, who actually does sing a little bit, but he has more of a no heater but a nigga made heat. Can I vent? I think that's one of the most clever things I ever heard in my life. I know many people who would actually, I need that to happen as an actual versus. Kendrick and J. Cole are both two individuals who are very wordsmithy. Just to say, I'm gonna shoot you in your head. Like, no. They can say the same thing but make it enjoyable to consume. Y'all know Kendrick versus J. Cole will be an excellent versus. Moving on to number 5. Number 5 is purely a guilty pleasure for me. Ja Rule versus 50 Cent. For no other reason that they hate each other. And I know entertainment-wise, that IG would be amazing. Ja Rule, for a good 2 to 3 year span, took over the airwaves. Like, well, would I be without my baby? To When I Cry. Or what's the song he did with Mary J? Although those rainy days, or I'm from New York. Like, Ja Rule had a solid 2-3 year span till 50 unfortunately cut him off at the knees, decapitated him, dilapidated him, shut that down. And y'all know 50 got bumped. Like, 50 got hits. 50 got hits. But take the music out. Take it out. They don't play a song. The mere fact that these two were on a live together, and I know they'd be going at it, the jokes and memes that would have come from it, do it for the culture. Do it for the culture. Do it for the culture. Make that happen. That's my number 5. My number 4 picks, Brandy and Monica. Now, I know there's said to be a lot of drama or, headbutting, if you will, between the two. But if you put that aside, I would love to see these two sisters come together purely on the love of music and the need and want to entertain us to do a versus. I think they could put aside, prior to Ja Rule and 50, I want them to squabble because I think that'd be hilarious. But these two, no black queens, don't do it. I want to see them really come together and just, because they have songs that I don't like. 90s music to me is music that I listen to all the time. Being 2020, I'm still listening to stuff from 1990 to 99 and 99. It's just the sound is different, and these two ladies especially were staples in that sound. Brandy, you have Sitting Up in My Room with Monica. Never wanna cause you no pain. Brandy, I wanna be down with you. Monica, hey Joe. They had the song "The Boys Mine, The Boys Mine, The Boys Mine, The Boys Mine." Like, these two were 90s singers. And just like Kiki and Jasmine, if they wanted to go off the path and just start singing, that alone would be amazing. Amazing. So I know that may never happen because I do know they have some history of not really liking each other. However, if they could do that for this Verzuz in the time of calamity, that'd be amazing. Purely for the music, but also, make up. Life is short, make up. Number 3, back to the vocals. Number 3, Dru Hill versus Boyz II Men. Need I say more? I'll give you a minute. 1 second. Not even Cisco. Dru Hill compared to Boyz II Men. You can't tell me that, one, you won't be crying on that live. Y'all wouldn't be in y'all feelings in that live. Y'all wouldn't be in that live. Y'all wouldn't wait till the water runs dry in that live. Y'all wouldn't make a promise that y'all would never keep in that live. Y'all wouldn't be down on one bended knee in that live. Y'all wouldn't be... Somebody fix their rancid lips to say B2K should battle Dru Hill or Boyz II Men. You are critically insane. Boyz II Men versus Dru Hill. They have songs on the same album for Soul Food. Mama, that's the Mother's Day anthem. That is the Mother's Day anthem, daggone it. Somebody's sleeping in my bed. Dru Hill versus Boyz II Men, make it happen. We're getting down to my top 2 picks. And these top 2, very special to me. Well, the ladies are. Because they're my top 2 influences in the order that they're going to go. When it comes to music, Missy Elliott. A lot of people have been like, who can Missy battle against? Because honestly, she's in a lane of her own. Not many people can thwart Missy Elliott. You can't really go against her if you're an artist. You lack the brevity that she brings, the creativity when it comes to videos, the song production that she can do, the hits that she's made. But then I was like, I was boxing myself in because I was only thinking about a woman. For my top 2 battle, I would love to see Missy Elliott versus Pharrell. Tell me that wouldn't be a fire IG versus show. Tell me Missy versus Pharrell wouldn't be fire. Just think about it. Think about it. When it comes to vocal skills and or rapping, they got many hits where they do both. When it comes to being producers, they have many hits where they do both. They're both from Virginia. They've worked together. Missy versus Pharrell would be, and the only other person I can think of is Missy versus Timbaland. Timbaland already did one, but also that's like Missy's fam. Missy versus Pharrell, they could go hit for hit for about a good 20, 25, 30 rounds. I know for a fact. We'd be on that joint all day. My goodness. But alas, moving on to my last and number 1 pick, Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill versus nobody. I'm selfish like that when it comes to her. She is my number 1 artist. I don't want to hear no lip about her being late. Everybody has their flaws. Everybody has their qualms. Everybody has their shortcomings. She doesn't own a clock. Deal with it, okay? Her playing live, her entire miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and have good Wi-Fi, not that Teddy Riley Manley bullcrap. The good Wi-Fi, the Luda Wi-Fi. I'm tuned in. I am tuned in. I ain't going nowhere. That's my number 1 versus Lauryn Hill herself, IG Live. Nobody else. Streaming, doing it big, playing on her hits. She has more than just that album. She was with the Fugees. We won't get into that. But no, that has been my top 10 versus pick. Let me know who y'all want to see. Tell me your top 10 or top 5 battle or versus battle that you would want to see. Let somebody tag Timbaland, somebody tag Swiss in this video. Let them know what I'd like to see. Maybe they can do it. Everywhere you can find me at will be on the screen. Bam. Hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I post. And yeah, I'll see y'all next video. Peace. Free Mr. Clark. If y'all don't know who Mr. Clark, ouch.